It's Madden NFL 23, and this one features your 2021 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jamar Chase. No answers for him a week ago, going well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Bengals and the Dolphins, under the lights on Thursday night.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, it's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Bengals getting set for their first possession of the ball game and leading them out in his third season, really the face of Cincinnati football, Joe Burrow. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. The numbers for Mixon last week, 14 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Burrow will throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 41 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Here we go. It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
On one, ready?
Burrow on 3rd down. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a...
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours, because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. A solid stiff arm. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They hand it off to Mostert. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll air this one out for Boyd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
11.
First down, here's Burrow. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Here we go.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Burrow to throw on second down. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On third down, Burrow. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Here we go.
final play of the half for Burrow and company. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. Some great games coming up this weekend. The first one, a game in the NFL's International Series. The Minnesota Vikings taking on New Orleans. Set your alarms for that one, though. 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 a.m. Pacific. Later in the afternoon, a lot of the country will be watching the game at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it'll be the Packers taking on the New England Patriots. Then on Sunday night, the one everyone's talking about, the Chiefs and Bucks, the Super Bowl 55 rematch. Do not miss that one. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Miami in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Cincinnati and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Benogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now a give to Mostert running right, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 81 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Now Mostert. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Ready. Mostert. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
One of the showstoppers in the league. A nice catch there by Tyreek Hill. How about this for a statistic? 6 seasons, 6 Pro Bowls, and this guy continues to be one of the game-breaking players in the NFL. Now using his speed down south in Miami after his first 6 years in Kansas City.
Here's Mostert. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. One more time with Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Jason Sanders to kick off one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. On the return, Williams. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Airing one out for Boyd. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play. Burrow going to throw again. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And so much of football is about mismatches. And here, they're going to line their running back out wide to the right.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
11, 12, 11, Thomas.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Jalen Phillips coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Gun.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 120 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, pitch. Ready, ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Takes it to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
11 MT, 11 mighty, 11, 11, 11, 12, 11, 11, 11.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, he completes it to Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy 1st. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Burrow. Bulldozes past him. Finding room at midfield. And some room to maneuver. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 68 yards. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Bengals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And some room to work. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Yellow, line, ready, go. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 56 yards. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now up to 14.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Come on, ready?
Burrow. Connecting with Mixon, hit, and all the ball is out. And the Dolphins have got it.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw, Burrow. That's complete to Chase. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this one is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Miami, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.